Hey everybody, I'm Jay. I'm a transgender male. This is my 31st week on tea. This is Patwood. He's had his tea the old-fashioned way. Anyway, I am 17 days from top surgery with Dr. Garamoni in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm going to be warning about trigger warning that this is going to be pretty frank. It's not going to be really X-rated or anything like that. So it's just I'm going to be talking about stuff that I know a lot of people don't want to hear about. So that's my warning. I'm going to say something that I don't practice what I preach here, but I think that we all should be getting our pap smears, mammograms if we're pre-top surgery or if we're in a high-risk category. By high risk, I mean females or males in the family that have had breast cancer, including if you already have had surgery. I think that if you have that gene, I don't know what to call that gene for breast cancer, there's still odds that you could get it 20% or something, even with top surgery. So anyway, Dr. Garamoni requires them for people over the age of 45, or 35, I'm sorry. So that is me. I want to say right now, it's a cranky comment, but I'm going to make it anyway. Sorry ahead of time for my cranky comment, but I get comments like, well, my doctor doesn't require it. I know several doctors, quite a number of really good doctors that don't. It would have absolutely no effect on who I chose as a surgeon. I knew ahead of time that Dr. Garamoni required it, and I chose him anyway. So, anyway. So, there. Anyway. Comment out of the way, but, anyway, I know they're kind of nasty, but it's not a factor. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say is Buck Angel has a PSA, which I'm going to put down there, about pap smears, which I think we should all be watching. So watch it. It's really quite good. It's pretty well done. Anyway, the experience that I had was about as good an experience of having this as I could expect to have. In other words, I think it was very well handled, all the way around. It's not something I want to do again, but if I had to, I would do it. Okay. I went to the University of New Mexico hospital, which is downtown. Not really downtown, I guess. Anyway, it's not really extra cost, but it's kind of out of my network, so I had to do extra steps. But if I had to do it again, I would go there. It was a little bit, it was a little more complicated. Now I'm in the system, but I don't know how good experience or bad I would have if I'd gone elsewhere. But I'm kind of glad I went there. I have had harder experiences somewhere else, so I don't know. I think it was worth the trouble. The Trans Center lent me, I guess, I don't know how else to put this, somebody to go with me. So I had this cis woman who went with me. She was really fun. She's actually she owns the woman-run sex store, sexuality center. So she's really fun. Not that kind of way. I didn't experience that. Anyway, the waiting room was a regular radiology waiting room, which is a far better thing, easier thing than a mammogram waiting room, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my take on it. The intake person was awesome. She's had her Transgender 101. She asked me what name could she put down a different name, but I was worried about it because my insurance says that name, and I don't want to end up paying for it out of my pocket because mammograms are quite expensive. So I just said, oh, yeah, go ahead. Put down whatever it says. And my tag, which was on my wrist, said something like, birth name J, last name, which was pretty funny. I just thought it was funny. It cracked me up. I was like, okay, I don't know what good this does me. The second worst thing, I haven't said the first worst yet, by the way. So no, you're not imagining that I'm saying the second first. Was that the dressing room had this huge mirror. I don't like mirrors. Not like that. Not for that part of me, I guess. I'm fine standing in front of the mirror dressed. I sort of like that now. I'm fairly vain. So anyway, but I avoid them when I'm not dressed. So anyway, if try to remember not to put deodorant on. It just adds to the time you're not dressed in front of a mirror. So I used it. I didn't even think about it, but I had to take it off with this little towel thing. So anyway, the person who actually did the exam was she misgendered me once, and that was it. I mean, I corrected her. She was like, okay, I didn't know. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I guess. That's fine. I don't want people to feel bad, but I don't like to be misgendered, so I correct people, but I don't actually like them to feel bad about it. I don't know. Kind of funny that way. So, she was very professional, and she did she didn't, I don't know, it didn't like, any of my answers didn't seem like they fazed her. She was very, very efficient, and I think I was out of there 40 minutes, including the time I was waiting. Maybe a little less, actually. So, anyway, hopefully this is my last one, but if I have to do it again, I would go back there and just do it. Anyway. Well, thanks very much for watching. Take a look at me next week. I've got my 8 months on tea, which I will be doing next week. And then I don't know what I'm going to be doing in Florida. So, you know, well, we'll see how I feel about this. Take a look at me at It's a Man's World FTM1, where I'm the Thursday guy. And bye.